Children from fatherless homes in this country, 5 times more likely to commit suicide than children who have a father in the home. 32 times more likely to run away. 20 times more likely to have a behavioral disorder. 14 times more likely to become sexually aggressive or commit rape. 10 times more likely to engage in drug abuse. It just breaks my heart. No heat, no judgment.
A woman will open up and say, you know what, not having my father really is a problem, really is an issue. And I wish we could get more black women to just point out, wait a minute, it's not cool that your kids don't have that father. It's not it's not cool that you didn't grow up with yours. It's not, I don't need no man. It's not, fathers don't matter. It's not, niggas ain't shit. It's actually, we as a people, we as a culture, we as a community have to deal with each other. And in dealing with each other, if we're creating children, if we're having little innocent beings who only thing they know about themselves is what we present about ourselves. I don't know if that makes any sense to any of you guys. If you are a Jew and you know that you must be a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that, that matters. Your goal is higher. What you want to be in life is exalted. But if you think about what happens with us as black men, our goal in life is where? What do we have to look up to? Who do we have to look up to? Was our fathers impressive? Was our grandfathers impressive? It doesn't even matter what you say sometimes to your children. It's what you do. It's what you have. It's the presence you command. It's the maturity of how you deal with each other and deal with other people. And that's the biggest thing we need in the black community. Where does that start? To me, it's with fathers. If your man is confident, your man is proud. When your man is proud, he loves what he has. He protects what he has when he has these situations. And that's when you, as a woman, as a man, as a family, as a community, that's when we'll be better. When we actually care about each other. It starts with the fathers. It starts with the relationship and the children.
How can you? Nigga, please. I treat it like a fucking disease. I'm gonna call myself a nigga so quick, cause I can reach in my drawers and pull out a bigger dick. Yo, niggas say nigga we cool, but niggas say nigga nut the fuck up. Fast, nigga. Last, nigga. Oh, I have to beat your ass, nigga. To first. Clucks or hurts. Yeah. Created by the streets of Compton. What up, everybody? What up? Fucking right? You motherfucking right, yo. Cause I'm a nigga for life. Yeah, y'all know what that is. And if you don't know, now you know. That's what it is tonight. Hey, it's plain to see. You can't change me, cause I'ma be a nigga for life. It's plain to see. You can't change me, cause I'ma be a nigga for life. It's plain to see. You can't change me, cause I'ma be a nigga for life. Yeah, buddy. I'm a nigga, he's a nigga, we some niggas. Would you like to be a nigga too? Okay, so y'all know what this shit is about. So I just wanted to use the word cause I can and I do. I ain't got no restrictions. I don't have no restrictions. I don't have no, oh, you can't say this word, you can't talk this. Nope. I got the green light. If I was on the runway in a nigga plane, you see the people out on the tarmac doing this, like, you clear for takeoff, nigga. You use that nigga all you want to. They be like, come on, nigga, go ahead. End up, nigga, go ahead. You go ahead and use it. Yep, you clear. Clear for takeoff. Hey, look, let me tell y'all something. This here, I'm hoping that we can really make some headway. We can really like get to a consensus on this here topic, because I believe this is one of those things that has been it's been a taboo thing. It's been a misunderstood thing. We have been on both sides of the fence. We have straddled, us as black folks and niggas alike, and America as a whole has been on the fence with this word and the use of it. We have done, I don't think there's any other word in the English language that has been used like this word. I don't think that there is a word that has been used where some people can say it, some people can't say it. It's okay if you say it in this context, but you can't say it in this context. People have said you can say it when it sounds like this, and you can say it when it sounds like, but if you say it when it sounds like that, then you dead wrong and you need your ass beaten. You're a racist. So I'm hoping that this video, if nothing less, gets us all on the same page as a consensus to say, hey, here's this word, here's what we can do with it, here's what we can't do with it, or we say we either gonna use it or we not gonna use it, because I believe that it is sending out mixed messages to not just us as black folks, but I think it sends out mixed messages to a multitude of people. This whole thing of having a word that you can say but can't nobody else say, I can say it but you can't say it, there is no other word like that in the English language. If somebody knows of it, please tell me. Text it to me, message it to me, instant message it. I just do something to let me know that I got it wrong, because I don't know of a word like this that has been used in different, it has different rules based on the color of your skin. And in opening my first argument, wouldn't that make you a racist, or wouldn't that make it a racist word? Because there is a bias to someone using that word solely based on the color of their skin. For those of us that use this word and say other people can't use it, white folks can't use it, Asians can't use it, Mexicans can't use it, the fact that that word cannot be used by another group of people based on the color of their skin in itself, would that not be racist? That's my first thing with this. I didn't want it to be where it's like and you know what, Mexicans, here's the thing too. In certain communities and in certain situations, Mexicans and white folks alike have been able to use it, have gotten passes. Because Mexicans do always use it, especially your thug Mexicans, you know, your essays, your cholos, what's the Latin King thing? Morare. Ain't that what the Latin King said? They do something like that. It's something like mora. Is that it? Morare, or something. They use it. Hey, I'm just saying, they use it. You hear people, you hear certain cats rapping it. They use it. They get away with it. So it's like a lot of different people have gotten away with using this word. But if you use it on a public, in a public setting, you use it in a speech, you use it on stage, like the lady at the Kendrick Lamar concert, then it's, oh, wait, you can't say that word. Yep, Puerto Ricans use it. They do. They do. What's up, G friend over on the United Guns of America? Let me tell y'all something about this United Guns of America channel. Y'all made me so proud. Y'all did my heart so much good, so much joy. Y'all got me to 1,000 subs, and y'all just rocked it out the last show. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for that. I love y'all for that. And y'all kept me out of jail. My PO, I go see them on Monday, and they gonna let me know that I'm okay, because I can prove to them that I got a job. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm a YouTuber. But I guess it's like it's been so many people have been going back and forth. But if you say this word in a public setting, if you tweet this word, if you IG this word, and you are not black, then you gonna get a shitstorm. And I think that if it's something that you get to, I think this, first and foremost, we all have a freedom of speech. I get that. I'm all for the First Amendment. Of course, you know I'm all for the Second Amendment. Everybody should be able to say, what up, Chris Thorns? Everybody should be able to say what they want to say. I do believe that. I believe that you should have the right to say whatever you want to say. And I do believe that even if it offends you, you should have the other person, even if the words that are coming out of your mouth are offensive, I believe that you should be able to say them. I do. I honestly believe that. Now, I believe also that there are certain words, because of the history of those words, because of the nature in which those words were born or which those words were used, I believe that there are certain things that people could have those words could have a derogatory, a negative vibe, a terrible connotation to them, to where some of those words should not be used. I believe that. However, here is where the rubber meets the road. And this is where the fork in the road, I should say. I don't think that you should be able to dictate who gets to use a word and who doesn't get to use a word. If it's a word that's negative, if it's a word that is disgraceful, if it is a word that is agreed upon by a people that was used because of the history of that word, not just because we just woke up today and we don't like it no more. No, if the history of that word is such of a disparaging and damaging birthplace in which it came from, then I don't think nobody should use the word. I'm gonna say that again. You should not be able, let me make it simple and plain. You should not be able to have a certain group of people not use a word that you use, and you use it freely. Nigga this, nigga that, nigga. Can you lend a nigga a pencil? You should not be able to use that word freely if you don't want nobody else to use it. You don't want nobody else to use the word, it should be a word that you should not be using. Plain and simple. So when you taught me, and let me give you an example of how that has taken place. When you talk about the word that Jews are just totally dead set against, you can't call a Jew a kite. You can't. And the thing is they should have the right to have that type of disparaging, hey, you do this and it's offensive, because they don't use the word. So no, would I call a Jew that? I would not. I wouldn't do it, because I know the negative connotation that that word has to them. I know how offensive it is to them, so I wouldn't use it. And if I heard a bunch of Jewish rappers using that in their music, then I would say, in my opinion, all bets off. You don't hear no Jews rapping talking about L'chaim and then say, yeah, where my kite's at. They don't do that. They just don't. And then they turn around and say, well, nah, y'all can't use it, but we can. That's asinine. That doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. It's a thing to where you have to realize that if you want people to take something serious about you or about your group or about a race of people, you want people to be serious about something, then you have to take it serious yourself. If we don't want nobody else to use the N-word, we don't want nobody saying nigga, we should be the first ones not using it, y'all. We should be the first ones not saying it. We should be the main ones speaking out against it being used when we use it. Because Young Thug just dropped the album and I ain't heard it, but I guarantee you the word nigga is all up and through there. Guarantee it. Just saying. It's like you don't want Eminem to use the word, but then you could have Trick Daddy use the word. Then you could have, whoever else, Kendrick Lamar can use the word, but Eminem can't. If it's all about entertainment, if it's all about rapping, then there isn't a thing where I'm calling you a nigga because I think you are subhuman. I'm going to call you a nigga because I don't believe you a man. I believe you an animal. No. It just shouldn't go that way. You can't have, and that's one of the things about us as black folks. We got this thing where we want to have our cake and eat it too on everything. We want to talk shit. We want to talk crazy to everybody. We want to do our thing. And then we want you to be nice to us and give us shit. I don't get that. So it's like, for me personally, I don't have no offense to that word. I understand why somebody would be offended by that word, but I don't have the offense to that word. I just don't. I mean, even Paul Mooney said, I say nigga to keep my teeth white. That's what Paul Mooney say. It keeps my teeth white. I say nigga 25 times a day. Nigga. Keeps his teeth white. But I'm just saying, when you think about what we're asking people to do, how does that really make sense? One of the things I learned about in just my years of working in retail and working in leadership and in the government sector, the retail sector, the corporate sector, and all of that, one of the things I've learned about leadership, you never ask somebody to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. That's one of the things that you're taught being in leadership. You never ask somebody to do something that you aren't willing to do yourself, that you can't demonstrate the vision of good, and you yourself can't coach and train somebody on. So if you gonna have this thing, this expectation of people to use this word or not use this word, we need to be the first ones with the vision of good of how not to use it. As opposed to being the champions of using it. We use nigga, we are the most prolific in using the word nigga. Even Bernie Mac said it. A nigga could be a person, place, or a thing. It's a noun. It could be nigga what nigga, if this nigga don't, if that nigga don't, I tell you what this nigga do. But look at this nigga. This nigga over here, we will use it like, hey, I know I use it. I use that word like it's like I use the word the, and, it, they, he, she, we. I use it like that. I use the word, it flows. I know what a nigga is. I know what nigga does. I know who niggas are. And I know how niggas act. I know what niggas say. I know what niggas do. I know what niggas steal. I know what niggas kill. I know niggas. And hey, look, I do not like them in a boat. I do not like them in a coat. I see niggas on the streets. I see niggas making beats. I see niggas when I eat ham. I see niggas that's named Sam. I know niggas over here. I know niggas over there. I know niggas that are far. I know niggas that are near. I know niggas that are nice, and I know niggas that are clear. I know niggas, I use it like it is what it is. It's a word, and it goes good with so much shit. Just think about it. When you out in the hood and you see some fuck shit going on, what's the first thing in your mind? I'm gonna tell you, I know white people, y'all look at it different. I'm gonna get to that. But let me tell you what black folks, first thing we see, look at this nigga here. Can you believe this nigga shit here? What the fuck this nigga doing now? I'm telling you, that's just what niggas do. You know what a nigga is and what a nigga does. It's a classification. You see, case in point. 2:00 in the morning, true fucking story. 2:00 in the morning, more on the east side. We see a person, I'm gonna say person, shout out to my nephew Malcolm. My nephew Malcolm one time said the word nigga, and we was like, boy, did you say nigga? He said, nah, I say a person. We said, boy, get your little ass out here. That little nigga's like 7. But anyway, let me get back to it. 2:00 in the morning, we over on the east side, headed back out to the Hundreds. We see a nigga. I'm sorry. Nope, scratch that. We see a person riding a bicycle. Not a 10-speed, a standard like a BMX Huffy or something, like riding a bike. And there's a small electric stove on the handlebars. Tell me what that is. Is that something that a Mexican would do? Possibly. Is that something that an Asian would do? I doubt it. Is that something that white people do? Absolutely not. Is that something that upstanding black folks do? Is that a black American thing that you see? No, it's not. What is that? Who do that? Who does that? If you had to choose on what type of person, what race of person was doing that, who would you bet is driving a stove on a bicycle at 2 o'clock in the morning? Niggas! That's a nigga thing. A nigga is gonna be out there saying, shit, I can use this motherfucking stove. Or he could be on the crack side of the game and be like, shit, I could sell this motherfucking stove. And I know who the fuck I can sell it to. Let me put this motherfucker on my handlebars. Because a salesman knows when you got something in their face, they're more likely to buy it. And that nigga hoisted, yes, I used that word, hoisted this motherfucking stove on the handlebars of this bike and proceeded to ride. Now, we didn't know who this nigga was. We didn't know where this nigga came from. We just know it's 2-something in the morning. We riding back to the crib, and all of us at once stopped and said, y'all see this nigga here? That's what we did. We was like, oh! Ooh! You see that nigga riding with a stove on his bike? It's a nigga. It's a classic. It was a classic instance of using the word. You couldn't say, look at this black person on this bike. It wouldn't have fit. People wouldn't believe you. Hey, man, I saw a black guy riding with a bicycle. You'd be like, that wasn't no black dude. That was a nigga. That's what that was. Ain't no upstanding black person gonna do that. I'm just saying. That's how you look at it. It is what it is. So it's like there's certain, and that's why I'm not offended by it. Now, yes, I get it. I get the history with it. And if it is certain things that I say, hey, there are times when that word wasn't being used by us. Superfly and all that shit, fuck that shit up for us. I tell people all the time, Superfly, what's the other nigga name? The other nigga. Hey, baby, you can come with me, baby. You could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, you could be anything. Don't be like me. What's that nigga name? God damn, I can't think of it. But Superfly and that other light-skinned, fair-haired nigga, them two niggas right there, they were the beginning of ruining black folks. Goldie, there we go. Thank you, Tony. Goldie. Them two niggas fuck niggas' minds up. Because niggas actually thought that was not only some shit to try or another way to go. Niggas wanted to be Superfly or Goldie. That's all niggas wanted to do. I want to pimp hoes. I want to snort cocaine. I want to beat up the police. And I want to fuck bitches. That's all niggas wanted to do. The Mac. Yeah, there we go. That's what all niggas wanted to do back then. When they saw them two movies, that changed the mentality. You talking about it was like loading up a new OS to all my computer geeks out there. It's like wiping your computer hard drive clean, doing a zero fill. Then, after that hard drive is clean, you gonna load up Pimpin' OS version 3.1. Took you about 10 discs, but hey, that's what that was. It just totally wiped out the whole entire black people operating system and uploaded Pimpin'. Like Windows 95. This was Pimpin' 72. That's exactly what Pimpin' OS 3.0. There we go. Okay, princess, I'm with you on that. They just installed Pimpin'. Right? That's exactly what happened. And it just made it brought about a whole different connotation. Now, when you talking about back in the day, this is post-civil rights. This is after niggas could sit anywhere on the bus. This is after all of that shit. This is when niggas can go to the same school as white folks, even though they had to have a National Guard escort their black asses in. This is post that. Niggas, the word nigga was used, it was on regular TV. Red Fox, Richard Pryor, all these niggas use the word nigga. I'll never forget. Go back. I got Red Fox. I got Sanford and Son on my server. Go back and watch some old Red Fox and watch Sanford and Son and see him say the word nigga on TV. He be like, look at this nigga here. Boy, this nigga crazy. He was in that courtroom. Know about that courtroom scene with Red Fox, and he in there and Fred Sanford. He talking about, look at all these niggas in here, Your Honor. That shit was funny as shit, but he was using it. He was using it, and it was just a word that it became something to where, yes, it started out as a word to classify, or it was like propaganda. It was like a word used to actually make black folks seem like they were less than human. Just like when that bitch used the word super predator. It wasn't young black men. It wasn't young African Americans. It was, these niggas are super predators, essentially. And you know what that did? It took the human aspect off that word. It took the human aspect away from that group of people. So when you did decide to put a 3 strikes rule and a nigga fuck up 3 times, he get locked up for how long? Ever. You know it's a long time when you take the 4 off the motherfucker, like Bernie Mac said. But when they lock niggas up like that, that's why it was okay. That's how it got pushed through. You gave an entire group of people a certain classification that made them seem subhuman. Less than human. And that's what the word nigga did back in the slavery days. Yes, a nigga was a piece of property. It wasn't a person. Well, how many niggas you got over? Can you send 2 of them niggas over here to help me pull this motherfucking what's that farming tool they use to motherfucking plow this plow? I ain't got no goddamn, my mule died today, this morning, and I gotta plow this field now. Send me 2 of your strongest bucks over here to help me pull this plow. So it's like that's the way that it was used then. And as time progressed and as time went forward, then it became a word that we started using to call each other. Hey nigga, hey nigga, hey nigga, nigga, what's up, nigga? And then it became a word of endearment to us. That's my nigga. Man, me and this nigga go so far back, man. Goddamn, like 4 flat tires that nigga was down. Man, this nigga go way back like what is it? Like hubcaps and Cadillacs and some shit like that. That's what it was. And then niggas was being used in movies. Now, back then, when you talking, now we ain't talking about no Amos and Andy type of shit with Kingfish and all that bullshit, but it just began to be used in movies, and it was like Tony said, like Dolomite. Rudy Ray Moore was on that shit. 4 flats on a Cadillac. There it is. That's what it was. So it's like when you talking about how the word started, I get it. How the word evolved and progressed, and then it became a thing of just where you want it to be a nigga. I.e. thug life. Niggas went from wanting to be niggas to wanting to be gangsters to wanting to be thugs. It was the same thing. So when you talking about what that word was used for and how that word was used, it wasn't always a demeaning term. So we changed it, and with it being changed with society and just the culture of us changing that word, then now it wasn't technically a bad word anymore. So it wasn't something where if you got called a nigga, you felt bad about it because you was being called a nigga so much. Then it was like, man, well, I guess it is okay. So now we get to this point to where now it was okay for us to use it, but couldn't nobody else use it. We hands off white folks, hands off Mexicans, hands off Asians. Y'all can't use this. This is our word. And that's where the hypocrisy came in at, and that's where I think we went wrong. Good wine. So when you're talking about where that word is today, I think that we have gone past the logical part of it. We've gone past the piece that makes sense. We've gotten to a point to where we've taken that word and we have changed it so much to where we're just pretty much saying, well, sometimes you can use it, sometimes you can't. This person can use it, but that person can't. If I'm in the right neighborhood around the right people, they can use it. However, if you on the internet, if you on TV, if you can't say it. Like Bill Maher. Bill Maher got to use that word, and not only did he use it, he actually used it in the right context. He was like, I'm a house nigga. Hey, everybody got offended by it, right? I get it. But then the nigga bring Ice Cube on the show and everybody forgives the nigga. He got a nigga pass. He got a nigga pass. That's all I'm saying. So it's like, what are you talking about here when you can say I can say the word, but if I can get a nigga to certify, I can get a nigga certified to certify me to use it, then I'm good. Shout out to my brother DJ Just J, man. Yes, sir. And the AMC, y'all make sure y'all see his rolling on the bottom of the chat. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his channel and check out his content, man. But it's like if you white and you say the N-word, you can go to the nigga bank and get you can go through the Rolodex, find you a certified nigga. You can't just find any old nigga. You can't find the dead giveaway nigga. The dead nigga, y'all know who the dead giveaway nigga, the nigga that found them girls in the house. It was like, dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. I know we used to see this dude every day. We ate ribs with this dude, but we didn't have a clue that girl was in the house until she said, let me get out. You can't go get him to come and certify you. But you get a celebrity, an Ice Cube, you go get you one of them, you go get you a good upstanding nigga, and you can have them come and say, yeah, he okay. Hey, she's okay. We'll talk about the word, but you don't say it no more. But I'm going to give you a pass so you don't lose your job and get your ass kicked. How is that? Now, and here's my thing. You could be offended by what Bill Maher did. Absolutely. But if you're not offended by what any other nigga done said using that word, then you are a hypocrite, sir. You are a racist. Plain and simple. You are a racist. You don't want nobody else to use that word other than a person who has the same skin color as you, right? You can get you a Michael Eric Dyson. He'll approve. Yeah, that nigga got a good cert. He can good certified. He can certify me. Stamp me. Jesse Jackson, stamp me. Al Sharpton, stamp. So what they do? What's up, bro? My man DJ Just J in the building. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. But that's what you do. You cannot say that this person can't use it, but we can. And the only reason why you can't is because your skin color is wrong. Because now, if you wanted to say all former slave owners can't use the word, I get it. How many of them are still around? Maybe 4 or 5. It's about 4 or 5 slave owners still down in the bayous of Louisiana. Said, what happened? Why? Who freed these niggas again? He said Lincoln. That son bitch. It's still a few. It's maybe about 10 former slave owners that's still around. So I'm just saying, now them 10 now, you can't use it, motherfucker, because we know what you mean by it. You want that nigga swinging from a tree type of, that's the way you use it. Like, nigga, get your ass up in here on this tree. Give me a rope for this here nigga. Let me strain this nigga up. That's the way they want to use it. But everybody else, you really can't hold them to that same standard of saying you can't use this word. You just can't. And I truly believe, and I know this ain't the popular thing to say, I truly believe, real talk, anybody should be able to use this word or none of us. That is my position. If none of us gonna use this motherfucker, fine. You use it, we get to beat your ass, we get to flatten your tires, we bust out your windows, we shit bag your house, whatever the case may be. But if you let other people use that word and you ain't going against that shit, then hey, you can't be a person who owns rap music and talk about, I don't use the word nigga. You're a hypocrite. You're a racist. It just don't make no sense. It just don't. And I don't know. And if people feel like, hey, well, hey, just like how different states said it's not used in my house. I get it. But you and that's a rule to have in your house. Your house is your castle. But to be offended by somebody else that uses it and you not offended by everybody that uses it, that's exactly what I mean. You can choose to have your rules in your home. 1000% agree with you. That's your house. But when you're talking about saying who can and can't use it, hey, okay. You just can't do we can't do that. And I think there's just certain things that we need to find just define a clear line on and stay with. And just say, hey man, if any of these rappers are using it, because I personally, like I said, it don't matter to me. I like Niggas for Life. That was a great album. I love it. Plain to see, you can't change me because I'm gonna be a nigga for life. I love the album. But to turn around and say that can't nobody else say it, Eminem. Hey man, Eminem could come with some hellified lyrics using that word nigga. I know he could. And I think he only used it like one time, and then he got motherfucking banned for the shit. He got backlash for the shit. He didn't get banned, but he got backlash for the shit. That's bullshit. So actually, I want to go ahead and I want to get into this video real quick. So let's listen to this lovely lady of mine tell us about fair use.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Boom. Here we go. All right, so let's check this out. This is basically a show in Chicago called Windy City Live, and they're talking about the Kendrick Lamar thing. And I thought this was quite interesting. This is actually what like sparked this video to say, hey man, I'm going to do this and talk about this so that we can, I just want to be one of the people to actually start defining the line on this. I think us as a people, as Americans, I believe there's certain things that we have going on in our society that are like no-brainers that we need to start defining the line on and saying, hey, here it is. Here are the facts. Here's what's real. Here's what's true. This ain't about your feelings. It's just not. This ain't about, oh, I feel that this shit, that hurts me. Well, it may hurt you, but it don't hurt everybody else. And for you to try to put what you feel as a standard for everybody, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. So I want us to hopefully start the conversation and us as just a group to just start saying, hey, this is where we at with this word. So let's talk about it.
Kendrick Lamar fans, he brought up a white female fan on stage, went to his concert. The two were having a good time. They were rapping one of his songs. It was all good until one of the lyrics in the song had the N-word. She said the N-word, thinking it was cool because part of the song, the lyrics, having a good time.
She's on stage.
He cut off the music and then he pretty much schooled her on it. And so now the question is...
The audience booed
Yeah,
him.
and go to WindyCityLive.com because this is our first poll question. If a song has the N-word in it, can anyone say it? I want you to vote. It's either yes.
Now you hear them niggas? They all like, no. You know who in there. You know. Now y'all know who in that audience, don't you? Bunch of niggas. I can tell you that right now. Windy City Live is a decent show for the Chicago local area, but we know who in that audience. I can tell you that right now. There's a bunch of niggas in that audience. Here's the thing. So you as Kendrick Lamar, you can write the lyric, record the lyric, produce and sell the lyric. You can make money off of the lyric, off of the word, I'm sorry. Then you can bring a white person up on stage to rap the song that you fucking wrote, but now your expectation is for them to rap your song, but to edit and censor out the nigga, the N-word, as an adult. Now, if you were around a bunch of kids, I get it. Yep, I would have the expectation for you to edit your cuss words. Bunch of grown-ass people, you should be able to say what the fuck you want. And if you wrote that shit, you should have prefaced it and been like, look, Hey, hold on. Before you give her that mic, you should have been like, hey, y'all, we gonna let Betsy rap this song. Hold on. Hey, Betsy, don't you say that motherfucking nigga word, okay? Now, you say all the other shit. Do not say that. All right, y'all, here go Betsy. Here go the mic. Take the mic. That's what you're supposed to do. You should have prefaced that if that was your thing. And in my opinion, you being a fucking hypocrite. You are being a racist because you are keeping her from saying this word, not because she's a former slave owner, not because she currently has slaves, but because she is a white person. If you would have brought up motherfucking Loquisha to come up there and rap them fucking lyrics, you wouldn't have said shit to her black ass. You'd have been like, come on, bitch, you better flow with this shit. He'd have put that motherfucker. He'd have put that DJ on her from motherfucking hard. You know it's hard out here from a pimp. Look here, bitch, you got to sing this shit from in here. You got to bring that shit out now, okay? That's what he did. That's all I'm saying.
Or it's either no way.
So,
No way on top.
yeah, I think we all have strong opinions on this. Just real quick, I would just say that Kendrick, I mean, he did write the song. He did bring her on stage. Maybe he should have told her in advance. But I'm going to be honest. As an African-American woman, if any Caucasian person ever says the N-word, it's not going to sit well with any African-American person. So I say you cannot say it, even though it's in a song. Censor yourself because it's still a very touchy subject.
Let me ask you this, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Is there any responsibility on the artist to not use that word?
Well, yes, there is. And I'm going to tell you like this. This was a few years ago, back when I was in Michigan. I was working at Best Buy, and we were at a party. We had like our holiday party or something. And we were there, and it was at a bar. And, you know, people drinking, talking, you know, just having a good time. It was cool. And then a song came on. I can't remember the song, but the song had the N-word in it. And it was one of the people that worked there. He was a white guy, young white dude. He was rapping the lyrics, and he said the word nigga. Now, automatically, my motherfucking my nigga sense got to tingling. I was like, what the fuck? You know, when you first hear that shit, that hood come out with you automatically because you defended all black people when you the only black person or it's a small group of black people amongst white people. You hear that, what the fuck? Nigga, that's the first thing that you come up with. Like, you hear somebody say some bullshit about black folks, or you hear that N-word, you gonna be like, the fuck? And I heard that shit. I had my drink, I'm like, what the fuck? And I had to catch myself. Like, first of all, nigga, you on your job. Now, you can't whoop this motherfucker's ass and then come back to work on Monday and it be good. It's gonna be some problems, okay? They gonna be like, look, man, you a manager. You can't just be whooping ass like this on motherfucking line levels. You can't. We gotta let you go. Can't do that. Baby got to eat. And I thought about it. I said, man, should I check this I said, man, if this was a bunch of niggas and they said it, I wouldn't say shit. And I held my mule. I kept on doing what I was doing because I realized within myself in that moment, my inner black American overrode my nigga side and said, hey, man, practice what you preach. You're telling me this, telling me that. You say you use the nigga word, but not around like that. That's what it was. It was like, I use it, but I don't use it around them. So it's like the fact that he used it, I'm like, I can't be mad because I would use it. I can't be mad because if he said it, I wouldn't have said it around them just so it won't make them think it's okay to use. And I said, well, damn, that's real fucked up that I'm thinking like that because I'm holding y'all to some shit that I'm not willing to motherfucking hold myself to. How is that? Explain that. I couldn't explain it. And that's why I said, no, nigga, I'm wrong.
Well, I will say this. I do think artists in general have responsibility for the things that they say, right? But if we're being...
So can he legit get mad at her?
Yes,
he wrote
he
the
can
word.
still get mad at her. Yes,
he
he still
wrote the
can.
word. He
Yes.
put the word in the song. I mean, she's
Yes.
buying his music. She's at the concert.
Right.
She's saying it. She's with.
It
She
doesn't
is
matter.
with him.
I feel like as an artist, you make your music or you make your art for your own personal expression and for your community, so to speak, right?
Bullshit. Now I'm calling. That's bullshit. Because your art and what you create as an artist is for not only you to create and put out into the world, but any and everybody who views your art can interpret it in their own way. That's the way that art works. You can have your art. I can create the motherfucking masterpiece. I can do the Sistine Chapel my way. And anybody who sees it, they can appreciate it and interpret it their own way. That is the beauty of art, sir. Because other people will see different things than what you see in it. You can't create a piece of art and then as people come and look at it and they say, oh, well, you know, that kind of looks like a titty. That ain't no titty, that's a beach ball. Okay, motherfucker, it looks like a titty to me. I can't be mad at you for that. Let me interpret your art the way I would like to. That's how I appreciate it, sir. That's just like if somebody sees a Rorschach test and you see a Rorschach card, you see what it looks like. Why do that? They don't tell you, hey, this is supposed to be a butterfly. What you think? They don't do that. They show you the image and you decide what it is. Based on who you are as a person and your own interpretation skills, that's what you'll say. So a picture could look like a butterfly, but you may see it as a vagina. You can be like a bird flying over a woman with big breasts. Or you can look at it and say it looks like a stove and a dude with a bike, driving a bike with a stove on it with two big breasts on it. You can say that. That's just what it is. That's your interpretation. So for you to see that, you can't tell somebody else, well, I created this and I use this word like this so that y'all can use it. Y'all got to see it. That's not what art is, sir. So you were wrong in that.
Okay.
It can take off and be accepted by everyone else, but that doesn't mean you make it in the beginning for everyone else. Does that make sense?
That's what your nah. It don't make sense. I don't know why I hate when motherfuckers do that. I hate when motherfuckers do that. Where they try to say some shit and make a statement and then follow it up with, does that make sense? Because they try to make it seem like if it don't make sense to you, then you're a dumbass. No, nigga, that shit does not make sense. You don't get to say, well, this is what I did and I did this way, but I'm going to put it out for the world to see. And if y'all get a different interpretation from it, then that's wrong. Bullshit. That's not what art is. Plain and simple. That's just like, case in point, the song Pink Cashmere by Prince. I'm making you a coat of pink cashmere. You gotta know how I feel about you. How I always want you near. I'm making you a coat of pink cashmere. That song was written by Prince. I love that fucking song. I loved it. However, the song that Prince, when he did that song, he wrote that for his music teacher. I have no fucking connection to Prince's music teacher. I don't know who the fuck Prince's music teacher is. However, the way what that song means to him and it makes him think about, I don't think about Prince's music teacher when I hear that fucking song. I just hear like, that's a cold ass motherfucking song, nigga. That way that nigga sang that song, goddamn. That's what I think. I just think how cold the song is. Hey, I got you. The nigga be like, oh, here I go again. Falling in love all over. Oh, it's like a bell pan. You just don't get burned. And oh, there's a hunger inside of me. Don't nobody realize. Oh, that's what he do. I'm making you a coat of pink cashmere. You gotta know how I feel about you. How I always want you near. I'm making you a coat of pink cashmere. That song is silky and sweet than a motherfucker. saying. That's what he do. I don't think about Prince's music teacher. Oh man, Mr. Shalowski was a cold ass music teacher. Hell no. That's what he do. He does that. He did that song and he wrote that shit, and that's what it was for. However, the way we interpret that art is for us. We decide how we like that and appreciate that song. I know who it was for. I know why he wrote it, but I don't identify with Prince's music teacher. So this shit he talking about is bullshit.
Right?
Okay.
It can take off and be accepted by everyone else, but that doesn't mean you make it in the beginning for everyone else. Does that make sense?
That's it, exactly. It's not accepted. It's interpreted by everybody else. It's just like when you hear songs. That's one of the things about rap. It's like when you're talking about rap music, and especially when you're talking about hardcore hip hop, white folks don't know shit about no motherfucking triple beam scale, no motherfucking vision wear pots, and motherfucking cooking and cutting and selling crack. They don't. So you can do a song about that. However, motherfucker will like the beat. Motherfucker will like the wordplay. Motherfuckers will like the way the song sounds. And even the way the beat makes them feel. So they appreciate the music one way, whereas somebody who has cooked and sold cocaine and rocked it up and sold it for a profit, we will see it a different way. That's just what it is. It's not a thing of saying you can't interpret that way, or you shouldn't, or you wrong for that. No, I understand the song and it sounds good, but the fact that I know what a triple beam scale is and how to use a triple beam scale, how to get that rock and you take that shit in that vision way and you spin it around and you get it down there and you get that clump, you dump that motherfucker out and you let it rock up. Then you take that motherfucker razor blade and you cut off them little pieces, got that 8-ball, you break that motherfucker down. That's what it do. I know that. I know how hey, I get it. But motherfucking Timmy Turner, that's living out in the affluent area of white America, he don't know nothing about that. However, we can both interpret the song differently, but enjoy it the same way. I can't say, Timmy, you can't like this song. You know nothing about cooking no dope. Timmy gonna be like, no, fuck that. I do know about some little something. No, you don't. Okay, I don't. But still, I like the song, man. Goddamn. The beat is sick, yo. Yo, that beat is crazy, man. I'm just saying that's what you do. It's like, man, everybody don't know what that shit does, but everybody still can understand and appreciate it from their own life experience. Right? Exactly.
Right.
I hear what you're saying.
So with that being said, if this is the music and this is what he was feeling when he wrote it, he has to be true to his artistic expression. Now, as far as her saying the word on stage, this is a television station. If I can't sit here with you guys and talk how I talk at home, I know that when I come sit here with Val, I have to edit myself. I can't curse on TV, and she should have had that same mentality, I think.
Right. So here's the thing, sir. You're right. You can't curse on TV. And nobody else can fucking curse on TV. You just proved my point further. I agree with you 1000%. It's not that only white folks can cuss on TV, but niggas can't, or vice versa. No, nobody can cuss on TV. So if nobody curses on TV, therefore that is the standard, and it is not racist or biased because of that. Now, if I go to cable, I can. If I come to YouTube, I can curse. There is a certain level of censorship even in those areas. So yes, what you're saying makes sense in the right context, sir, but in this situation, that girl was brought up on a stage at a concert with adults. She can say whatever the fuck she want. Exactly. So it's like there's a standard. I get you, Sko. There's a standard on television. Nobody cusses. And if you do, it's going to get bleeped or you got to apologize for it. Nobody does it. They bleep the shit. That's why there is a boop, a bleep button. So it's not about saying, well, the way that it was interpreted by the artist is what he wrote. And the fact that he wrote it that way doesn't give you permission to say it that way. Makes sense? No, sir, it doesn't. The fact that you can't cuss on TV because nobody cusses on TV, yes, because they're all different age groups watching it. And if the consensus for media censorship is saying nobody cusses on TV, then fine. Nobody cusses on TV. Not you, not you, not you, or you. Even the people who used to cuss, the people that used to get cussed at, the people that cuss at people, nobody can.
Right, but she's singing the lyrics that he wrote, and she loves him. And
I edit myself when I rap in front of my kids. I edit myself.
Okay.
But why do you do that, sir? Here's another point he's making. You edit yourself in front of your kids, but do you edit yourself around niggas? I don't. No, I'd be damned if I edit myself around niggas. There are certain things that I will fucking say, nigga, you a nigga, that's why nigga, what the fuck, nigga? I will say it. But the thing is, when I'm in certain arenas, I won't. I don't go to work and use the word nigga. I don't. If I heard somebody use it, I'd be like, wow, that's what we doing? But I don't use it because nobody uses it. Aha, aha. He said, he said, taste the soup. He said, why, is something wrong with the soup? He says, taste the soup. I said, is there something wrong with the soup? He says, taste the soup. He said, okay, well, is something wrong with it? He said, just taste the soup. He said, where's the spoon? Aha. Aha. There you go. There you go. It's that simple. Just like being on Disney. Your kid can watch Disney, even though there's a lot of other sexual connotations that may be on Disney. Shout out to Tommy for teaching us about that shit. But there's a lot of other sexual connotations that's on Disney, but you don't hear no motherfuckers cussing. Ain't nobody calling you nigga on Disney. So therefore, nobody can use it. Not just the black kid actors. Now, the black kid actors, y'all can use it. Yeah. If you sing in Smoky Flow and it's the word nigga in there, you can use it. Shout out to Ty.
That's good.
She probably had not been schooled.
I
You know,
don't
and
think
here's
she
the
was
thing.
malicious. I don't think she was malicious.
No, because he asked the audience.
She's a fan. She bought a ticket to the show.
Yeah.
He
I
asked the audience, should she be able to stay? The audience said no, but then he did take it and say, no, I'm going to let her stay.
Well,
So
check
I
this
did
out.
think that was good, that he let her stay. And then just explained to her, because somebody probably never explained to her that, hey, in public, that's not okay.
Dear white people, let's learn today. Don't say the N-word because we're going to get upset.
Now, here's my thing with that. And here's my thing. Black folks, niggas, minorities, all we do, and I have to say this because it's true, and any white person that has the cojones, or as Farrakhan would say, the testicular fortitude to dispute this or to debate this, could say this. Why is it that black folks, niggas, and all Mexicans and all other Hispanics and all other minorities alike, why is it that the first thing that we say about being in America is that we just want equality and we want to be treated fairly? That's all we want. Treat us fair, give us the equal opportunity. Why is it that that's all we preach? That's all we cry about. That's all we march about. That's all we protest about. We want to be treated fair. We want to have the same rights and privileges that any other person got, and it shouldn't be based on the color of our skin, whether we get something or not. Why do we preach that? And then the first thing out of our mouth is saying, oh, well, white people, let's get this straight. White people, y'all can't use the word because it don't feel right when we do it.
Dear white people, let's learn today. Don't say the N-word because we're going to get upset.
Don't say the word. Don't say the N-word. Don't say the word that we all use.
In public, that's not okay.
Dear white people, let's learn today. Don't say the N-word because we're going to get upset.
How, Sway? How do you get to ask for such equality? How do you get to ask for all of this fair treatment, all this shit, fair use, fair treatment, fair, equal fair? How do you get to ask for all of that? and then you turn around and say, yeah, white folks, by the way, y'all can't use this word because y'all's white. Mm-hmm. Yes. White folks, don't you dare use that word because you's white and I'm black. That's my Whispers voice. Look, it's Whispers. Don't you white folks dare use it. You keep listening to Valley and I'm gonna kill you, okay? Just like I killed Valley. White folks can't use that word. Only us niggas can. That's what I'm saying. You can't do that. We need to draw the line. And I think that black folks don't want to draw it because they don't want to give up and say, well, anybody can use it because we gonna use it. And they don't want to say, well, we can't use it no more because we decided not to use it because niggas don't want to be told what they can and can't do. I get it. And if you live in America, God damn it, I don't want to be told what I can and can't do. I want to be able to use the word. I like it. It makes me feel good. It sounds great. You can use it in the right context and the timing of it, and it just drives a point home. Listen up, you no good, dirty niggas. Don't you motherfuckers say another word to a white president about using it. We all can use it. Nigga. I'm just saying. It's like a thing the way you have to just say, look, man, it can't be that big of a deal. We either gonna do it or we not. And if everybody made the consensus to not use it, it would be difficult at first. But I would make the transition. Till then, nigga, please.
But conversely, and I am the only Caucasian person up here.
You got your hands and feet done at a black salon, brother.
Yes, I did. Here's the thing, okay? Eminem, right? White rapper. He doesn't use the word. He will not use the word.
But
he
he
says.
can't.
But
If
if anybody has a pass, if anyone has a pass, he might. Okay, maybe he doesn't.
He did it before.
Okay.
You hear these niggas talking about who gets a pass and who don't, nigga. He ain't get a pass. He don't get a pass. What the fuck other word is out here in the world where you can get a pass for or not get a pass?
Would I say the word? No, I wouldn't say the word. But I'm using the argument that if nobody used the word would go away. There's words in our English language.
Now that's the smartest thing that the motherfucker done said during this whole fucking segment. If nobody used the word because it's such a terrible word, the word would go away. Just like the word kite. Nobody uses that word. Which is why the word is literally like went away. It literally went away. Nobody uses that word, especially in the reference of a Jew. They don't. And that's not because we scared of Jews. That's because the Jews did. They said we not fucking with this word no more. Which makes sense. Man, fuck that. The way that them motherfuckers use that word for us to refer to us, we ain't using it. And because we ain't using it, ain't nobody else using it. I get that 1,000%. Now try to say that about nigga. And you gonna have motherfucking Lil Wayne drop an album next week entitled Nigga. You gonna have motherfucking Lil Nas drop Old Nigga Town Road. I gotta do that. Well, I'm gonna take my nigga down the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take me a nigga down the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. That's what niggas gonna do. I'm just saying. That's how niggas is. Niggas is gonna use the minute niggas say, hey, we ain't using this word no more. I remember it was about 10 or 15, maybe even 20 years ago when the motherfucking NAA was talking about we banned the word nigga. Had a funeral for that shit and everything. When was that? I gotta see when that shit was. When was that? NAACP did that. 2007. 12 years ago, niggas took that word and said, look, ain't nobody using the word nigga no more. We gonna have a funeral for the word nigga. And them niggas gathered all around and said, look, nigga, from now on, we ain't gonna use it. And hey, we gonna put it off in the sweet by and by. In the sweet by and by, oh, there will be no more nigga. Oh. How many songs that came out since then using the word nigga? Tell me that. Niggas still being used to this day and will be used tomorrow. The thing is, we don't want to stop using the word nigga. We like it. We love it, and we want more of it. That's it. We want that word to be used. We just don't want white folks to use it so we can have a power trip. That's just what it is. It's just like when a nigga got a woman and he say, look, bitch, you can't talk to nobody. You don't go and look at nobody. Don't do shit with no other nigga. You can't speak to a nigga, nothing. But I can. All the while I'm fucking your sister and your cousin. And be cool with it. We be strong on that shit. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Bitch, don't you look at another nigga. Don't you talk to another nigga. Meanwhile, I just want to let you know I got a baby on the way. What? By this other bitch that I was with and still been with. What? And you have a whole baby on me? Come on, man. That's the same mentality we got with this shit. And we got to let that shit go. If you want people to start really and truly respecting you and respecting us as a people, we have to be rational and we have to be logical in what it is that we're asking, not of other people first, but what we asking of ourselves. What are we asking of ourselves first before we start asking other people to do shit or to acknowledge what we doing?
That are hurtful to other races, and the words have gone away because we've chosen not to use those words.
You probably will never understand what it's like for the community. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But even this generation doesn't know what it's like what that word means to the generation that came before.
I'll say this. You can say it, white people, as long as you're in an airproof box 30,000 feet beneath the sea and not on the red line at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
The red line is the train.
In your car, you got your windows up in your car, and you see me walking by, you better not mouth it, because I can read lips. So just, listen. I mean,
and I'm sure they do.
And they do. And at the end of the
And now that shit was kind of funny. But when you really, truly, and being honest, and I'm a step out on the limb for all of you white folks out there in the world. I'm gonna take the brunt on this. I'm gonna Jesus this moment for y'all. I'm gonna get on this cross for y'all. All y'all white folk, y'all know y'all say that shit at home. When y'all motherfuckers getting ready for bed at 6:30 in the evening, yes, white folks have dinner at 6, they call it supper, and then they getting into bed at 6:30, 7 o'clock. When y'all getting into bed in the evening, and you with your wife, and she brushing her teeth in the bathroom, and you sitting on the bed with your glasses on, and you're reading the book or whatever, you finishing up the last chapter before she come to bed, y'all be sitting there listening to the news, and when y'all hear some crazy shit like that shit DJ Just Jay just did, when they hear that, you know what they say? They look over their glass and say, honey, come here and listen to what these niggas did. Look at what this nigga bitch did. That's what they say. Because we at home, we watching the 10 o'clock version of the news, and it's getting late, and I'm getting dressed for bed and got my drawers and my tank top on, and I'm getting ready to get in bed. My wife would be like, honey, come look at what this bitch did. Come look at what this nigga did. And I'm going to be like, what that nigga do? What that nigga say? That nigga did what? To a baby motherfucking niggas. That's what we saying. And I know white folks say it when y'all together. And you know what? You should be able to say it when y'all together. Because y'all came up with the goddamn word. And the fact that time has changed, I get it. Things have been rearranged. I understand it. Fact of the matter is, everybody uses the word. Ain't no white folks at home. Ain't no Germans sitting in the house talking about, honey, drop the fish and schnitz and come and look at this Steisenheimen word. These kikes, they're not saying that. They don't use that word anymore. They don't. Germans ain't sneaking around saying, the kikes and fikes, and they're not doing that shit. I don't know shit about no damn Schwarzenegger. That's all. That's I don't know shit about no Germans. But they not saying that shit. Germans are not sneaking and saying the word kike. They're not. It's a word that's just not used anymore. The thing about the word nigga is everybody's using it. We just trying to hold people with these bullshit ass politically correct handcuffs. And that's bullshit. Exactly. We can't do that. We can't. I mean, just think about it. The reason why I'm saying that is because it doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense. Just really think about it. What other word in the English language is being able to be used or determine who can use it and who can't based on the color of their skin? And my point to that is this. If white folks did that, we would be in a fucking nigga uproar. There would be a minority massacre. Black folks would literally go ape shit. And I ain't talking about the Beyonce song. Get it, get it, get it, get it. We would lose our fucking mind if white folks said, we don't want you to use the word cracker anymore. It's derogatory and it makes us feel unsafe. We would come out with a album called Cracker Jack. We come out with the new album, Drake will drop an album called Cracker. We come out with rap groups called the Five Crackers, like the Five Heartbeats. Cause I got nothing but crackers for you, baby. 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 Hit that Eddie Kane. So much crackers. I got nothing but crackers. That's what we do. We be like, oh, fuck that. Y'all ain't gonna tell us we can't use them words. That's what we gonna do. It'll be all kind of shit we be coming out with saying the word cracker. And y'all know I ain't lying. Is there a cracker? Is there a cracker in the house tonight? Stand up, stand up. Let me know that your ass is here. Is there a cracker? Is there a cracker in the house? Boom, 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 boom. A cracker is a person that's white. And I've learned that it don't take much to piss them off. Piss them off, piss them off, piss them off. That's what we be doing. Y'all know that's what we would be doing. Everything would be cracker. That's all I'm saying. So it's like we got this thing where we trying to hold this standard, trying to hold the line on a word, and it's so fucking obvious that we are dead wrong with this shit.
At the end of the day, I think Kendrick could have made it funny in the beginning and say, all right, we about to sing a song and it's got a few words here that I'm gonna need you not to repeat.
He could have.
Then if she did it, because my thing is this, if you're uncomfortable saying it, then it probably shouldn't be said.
Right.
And if you're comfortable saying it, it tells me a lot about you. Because I'm not comfortable of using a derogatory term about another race around them.
Now, what the fuck does that mean? What does it really tell you about it? That what? There's a word that I know that I use, but I do know that I can't use it around them. What? How does that work? I know this word, and the fact that I know this word and I use this word, then it's something, it says a lot about me. How does that say a lot about me? Because if you were to say that, turn it around. Put that motherfucking mirror back up to your face. So what does it say about me when I use it? Am I a racist? Am I a person that's saying, hey, well, because you using this word and I'm using this word, and we the same? That would make us the same then, sir. It really would. I'm telling y'all, man. I know people don't like this shit. I know people ain't. I know I'm a coon for saying this. I know I'm an agent for the Illuminati and the man. I know. I'm sorry though. But what does that say about me? What does it say about if I can put if I can say that, well, you using this word and it's not making you uncomfortable, then it says a lot about you. And you using this word and it does make you uncomfortable and you use it anyway, that says a lot about you. Well, what the fuck does it say about me? Because I'm using the shit. And we are using it. Because you should have that same condemnation for every black person that's using it. First and foremost, you should be even more pissed off that we using it. And this nigga Leon Rogers is on the radio every day. And he ain't talking about it. Shout out to everybody out of Chicago, out in the Wild Hunters on the west side and the east side, and anybody using the N-word, you know I don't like you. He ain't saying no shit like that. He using the goddamn word. So it is what it is.
Like I have buddies that are Hispanic. I would never say some derogatory things that I've heard, like names and stuff. I wouldn't say that around because I don't feel comfortable saying it because I know it's bad.
Right.
So if you feel comfortable.
So he's saying, and here's the thing with that, like Hispanics, let's go there. Hispanics, a group of minorities. You don't see them calling each other wetbacks, do you? No, you don't. You don't see them calling each other wetbacks. Hey, wetback. Hey, wetback. Hey, wetback. Hey, wetback. What's up, Holmes? Hey, you wetback, pinche. You puto. You wetback puto. What's up, man? You don't see them doing that. They don't use the word wetback as a term of endearment. Oh, hey, orale vato. There's my wetback. Come here, man. Show me some love, wetback. Hey, man. Yo, my wetback, where my wetbacks at? Boricua, hey, wetbacks. Boricua, hey, wetbacks. You didn't hear that shit on Big Pun song? No more rolling with an entourage. I'm kicking it with the wetback squad. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I don't want to be a wetback no more. Yeah. You don't hear that shit? So what are we talking about? That's just what he's saying. It's like you talking about you don't use certain words around other groups of people because what? They don't use the word. That's it. We could easily, as black folks, make this word go away. And the only way that we can do it is if we stop using it. If we stop using it, they wouldn't use it. It's that simple. We making this shit harder than what it is.
Saying that around me, you that loose when you can say that around me, that shows me a lot about you. And if it's uncomfortable saying it, then you probably shouldn't say it.
Well, let's check in on our Windy City Live poll. This is very interesting. The question was, if a song has the N-word in it, can anyone say it? And it looks like 57% of our audience says, yes, they can say it.
There you
Okay,
go.
let me just say this one thing, because we've been talking
a lot of
about
ass
this.
kicking in Chicago.
You know,
Be mindful.
this makes me so upset because we're trying to explain something that really can't be explained unless you are in that culture.
No. Bitch, you are making this too hard. It's like we overcomplicating this thing that is so very simple. And I get the fact that we got this thing to where we want to use this word and nobody else use it. But the thing is, you can't get mad that you don't get to control fucking words. You just don't. Think about what it is we're saying here. In the land of the free and the home of the brave, we are trying to control the freedom of speech. And we've been doing a fucked up job about it for the past 70 years, but we've been doing it. I ain't 70 years, about 60. But look at what we're saying. It's a part of our culture, shit. The fact is we were subhumans and considered to be cattle and property, like cattle or property, that's what it was. And we got to use that word, honey child. You can't. Cause you know that motherfucker, you know that ain't that bitch. Yeah, you can look at that motherfucker hairline. She like, doing that break when the motherfucking lights turn off. And she like, shit. Yeah, girl, but I'm just saying you can't be using that word. Shit, this shit is crazy.
First things first, life isn't fair. If life was fair, George Zimmerman right now would be in jail for killing Trayvon Martin. So we go through things that are not fair and unjust every single day.
Oh
It's just a word.
Let me
Caucasian
make sure I'm
people,
hearing that shit right.
Martin. So we go through, unless you are in that culture. First things first, life isn't fair. If life was fair, George Zimmerman right now would be in jail for killing Trayvon Martin. So we go through things.
That's, out of all the shit in the world, fairness of life would have been George Zimmerman locked up for Trayvon Martin. Fuck all the other atrocities that have occurred in the world. Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman. If everything was right in the world, he would have been in jail. Man, what is wrong with us? That's your best one you got. Jesus Christ.
That are not fair and unjust every single day. It's just a word. Caucasian people know we are not comfortable with you saying it. I don't care if it's in a rap song, say it, mute, and then continue on with the lyrics. It's just the way we feel.
Can I add something to that?
There it is. And there it is right there. It's just the way we feel. America. We want to make America great again. We want to make America better. We want to change the way that America is. And this for both sides. Everybody, y'all got to get the fuck out of y'all feelings. Feelings are okay to experience, but they're just that. It's an experience. You have it for a moment, and then it leaves. It comes and it goes. Like a nigga in the night with his side bitch. It comes and it goes. This is what it is. That's what you a side bitch. Stop calling your nigga, this my emotion, girl. He coming through tonight. Because it comes and it goes. It's a feeling. That's it. You can't base a whole entire usage of a word based on your feelings. That doesn't make sense, people.
Because part of the argument is if you guys didn't use it, nobody else would want to use it. And I liken it to a situation or a relationship that you may have with a very close family member. You know, Ryan, you may, I don't know, you may have cousins or brothers or whatever, and you might say something to your brother, and you've grown up with that person your whole life. So, you know, you guys could talk to each other a certain way. If a person off the street came up to your brother and said something that you say to him every day, it's taken differently.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And yes, again, this dude is saying some... I don't understand how he's trying to spin this shit, but it's holes in his logic. My brother, my motherfucking brother, my man, 100 grand, lay down my life for him, would kill a nigga for him. I mean, my blood brother, Herbert Eugene Redmond Jr., my motherfucking man, right here today, right now. My brother, Eric Abrams, motherfucking, my man, just 50 grand would do anything for him. Nigga called me at 2 o'clock in the morning and say, hey, man, I need you to get to Chicago right now. Nigga, I'm kissing my wife and my baby. I'm getting my guns and I'm in the vehicle. Boop, boop. I'm on the way. Yes, there's a lot of leeway that them niggas have with me. But there are certain things that they don't do to me or certain words they don't use with me because I don't use with them. One of the things I don't like to be called is a bitch because I'm not one. I am not a female dog. And the fact that you call me a bitch makes me think that, oh, okay, this dude thinks that I'm not a man or I'm a female dog. It's a degrading term to me because of what the word is. Therefore, I don't call niggas bitches or men bitches that are dear to me, that are close to me. If I call a nigga a bitch, I'm trying to offend that motherfucker. Nigga, you's a hoe bitch. Nigga, you a bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass motherfucking punk bitch. Nigga, you a bitch. Nigga, you's a bitch. I will say that to offend that person. Nigga be like, don't call me no bitch. Nigga better not call me no bitch, man. No. Hey, that's what it is. And that's a word that everybody uses. My friends, my loved ones, my niggas, my boys, my homies, we don't use that word. And you know the first ones who we decided not to use it is us. We don't use it with each other. Plain and simple. So if anybody could call me a bitch and get away with it, it would be them. However, they have enough respect for me and enough respect for themselves and our relationship to where they don't use that word. We don't use that word in our circle in that instance. Now, if we talking about another nigga across the street, this bitch ass nigga over here gonna motherfucking hit my motherfucking cousin, nigga, I'm gonna go whoop this bitch ass. That's what it is. Just like that white lady that called them black folks, them niggas up in that motherfucker. So she said, yes, I use that word to offend them. That's what they were acting like, niggas. So that's why I used the word. I was like, that old white bitch is right. That's all I'm saying. She was right. And that's what he's trying to say here, but he wrong. Dude, you right. It's certain words that motherfuckers don't use. And you're the first ones to establish that. So no, my closest motherfucking friends can't call me no bitch. They can call me a nigga though. Oh, what's up, my nigga? Hey, this nigga here. Nigga, you just did some fuck shit. Nigga, what you just said was fucked up. My niggas would never be like, nigga, now that was some bitch ass shit you did. Cause that's gonna offend me to a whole nother level outside of the parameters of our relationship. That's what that is. That's the type of shit that we're talking about here. It's a word that we don't use as a word of endearment, as a word of, now girls, hey, that's my bitch. Hey, bitch. That's y'all. That's what y'all use. So I will refer to that. Will I call my wife, hey, bitch, what the fuck, bitch? No, I won't.
That person doesn't know you to talk to you like that. That person doesn't know your cousin to talk to them like that. They don't have the same right that you have.
Well, I want to piggyback on what Cal said. I would love to ask those 57%. Is it okay to call a woman the B word?
Right.
Because
Well,
women call each other. I done watched
the
girlfriend.
time.
Oh,
All
be you
the time.
crazy. But I said I'm misogynistic.
Exactly.
And I hate women.
Only my girlfriends and my gay friends can call me the B word.
Well, I'm just saying.
What the fuck is that? Only my girlfriends and my gay friends can call me that. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see the word that are coming out of my mouth? What the fuck kind of shit is that? Can't nobody call you a bitch, but your gay friends and your fucking girls? That's stupid. Because if I see you and I hear them motherfuckers refer to you as a bitch, and I say, oh, bitch, fuck you. Bitch, I wish you would get mad at me. I wish you would try to run up on me. I ain't having it. Ain't going down. It's not making sense, people. You can't tell a motherfucker not to call you this while other motherfuckers that's around you and close to you are calling you this shit. You just can't do it. It doesn't make sense for you to try to hold somebody to a standard that you don't hold yourself to, or even the people that are closest around you to. I'm the dumbass if I do it. It's just like perfect. Oh, here's another example. White women when it comes to the word cunt. Now, for those of you, let me do some cross training here. Black folks, black men, black women alike. The word that white women do not ever want to be called is a cunt. If there are any white women in the audience, please sound off with a 5 or a thumbs up or something. White women do not like to be called the word cunt. They kids can say, Mom, you're acting like a bitch, and they'll be fine. Timmy Turner, don't use that word, that language with me. Tommy, we do not use that word. But if you call a white woman a cunt, gloves are off and you will see the inner BT in them be loaded up and they will begin to, you son of a bitch, you call me that. They will lose their shit. They will fight. You see 2 white women fighting, the word cunt has come into play. Unless they some wiggers or some mud sharks. If you see 2 white women fighting, the word cunt has been said at some point. They will bitch each other back and forth. well, bitch, you shouldn't have did. Well, bitch, how dare you, bitch? The minute a motherfucker be like, you cunt, it's gonna be Sub-Zero. Fight. That's what's gonna happen. But they don't use that word unless they are trying to offend. They don't refer to each other they don't use that word as a term of endearment. They don't say, oh, well, hey, there go my cunt. There's my cunt. What's up, cunts? Hey, cunts. These my boss cunts, and we up in this motherfucker. You don't see them doing that. They do not do it because it is that offensive to them. But what she just say with her dumb ass, if you my girl or you gay, so if a motherfucker take dick, they can call you cunt. They can call you a bitch. If you take dick and you around me, you can call me a bitch. But if you give dick, don't you call me no bitch. Bitch, please. Boom, 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 bitch, please. Get up on your goddamn knees, you dick tease. Bitch, please. Oh, no. Big Snoop Dogg. That's more, please. I wish I would. That's crazy, man.
That's the
Can't use it.
That's the same situation.
That's the same situation. Like this, you can't say it.
So you better have laughs.
Friends can call me the B word.
Well, I'm just saying.
That's the
Can't
same.
use it.
That's the same situation.
Can't use it. Yeah, you can't use that. Yes, bitch, get the fuck out. Bitch, you better get the fuck out of my face.
It's the same situation. Like
Only my girlfriends and my gay friends can call me the B word.
well, I'm just saying.
That's the
Can't
same.
use it.
That's the same situation. That's the
Can't
same.
use it.
That's the same situation. That's the
Can't
same.
use it.
That's the same situation. That's the
Can't
same.
use it.
That's the same situation. That's the
Can't
same.
use it.
That's the same situation.
That's the same situation. Like this, you can't say it.
So you better have lapses in your sexuality if you want to use it.
Be you crazy. Anyway,
Right.
how about those damn bears? Yeah.
Bitch, get the fuck out of my face. These motherfuckers crazy, man. Hey, man, look. All I'm saying is this, man. We have to make things be logical. Make them make sense. That's all I'm saying. If you have an issue, you want justice, you want to be treated right, do it to yourself first. How difficult is that to understand? You want this, be the first one to display the vision of good with it. We don't use the B word anymore, or we don't use the N word anymore, so now we're asking you all to not use it. That's a fair ask. That's a legitimate ask. And if you don't, I can challenge you on it. Hey, man, why do you insist on using this bitch word or this nigga word when we've asked you not to do it and we don't do it anymore? You gonna ask me not to call you something that I don't call myself? I can respect that. I'm with you. But you telling me to say, well, you can't use it, but I can, nigga bitch. What? And that's why we get looked at, and that's why black folks get looked at and treated as jokes. That's why people don't take us serious, even when we're dying in the streets. Case in point. Do y'all realize how many niggas die in Chicago, get shot in Chicago week after week? And it's been going on for 10 years, 15 years. And it's not a problem. It's because we don't take this shit serious. That's why they don't. That's why they don't. Because we don't. And we be the first ones to talk about, damn, nobody really care about black folks, man. They don't care about niggas, man. They don't care about us, man. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. Well, you right, because you don't care about us. You don't care about you. Why would I? Think about that, people. Why would I care about you when you don't care about you? Come on, man. It doesn't make any sense that we don't care about us, but we have the expectation of somebody else to care more about us than we are willing to care about ourselves. Think about that ask that you're asking of another group of people who don't look like you, who don't come from where you come from, and who don't owe you a goddamn thing. But we're asking them for everything. There you go. Case in point. 3,000 shot and over 300 dead last year in Chicago. Chicago alone. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a goddamn because the niggas that live there don't give a goddamn. We'll paint a fucking brick. We'll take a couple of candles and some plastic cups from Dollar General, and we'll stand outside on the corner the weekend that you get shot. After that, motherfuck you. We'll get some t-shirts airbrushed with your name on it. We'll put some teddy bears and a fire truck or some shit like that where you got your punk ass shot at, and then that's it. We'll get the kids on the block. We'll write your name on a little brick, put it up on some bullshit ass memorial, and with the rest of the niggas that died right before your ass did, and that's it. We'll wait on the next one to happen. And that's if you known, if you was liked. You right, DJ. Maybe not even that much. That's at best. Nigga, you might get 8 minutes on the news. Well, 4 minutes on the news. You might get that. Your mama get on, your grandmama get on, your aunties and your other cousin, they'll be talking about how good you was. Oh, he was so good. He would give you the shirt off his back. He had just got back into school and was going to be heading off to college. And he also had 2 babies. He was such a good father. And then he was paying his child support. He was such a good man. And they shot him down in the street like he was nothing. Oh my God, I don't know. Then when you talk to the niggas in the hood, yeah, man, that nigga was motherfucking moving in on the BD's territory. Them motherfuckers was got into it because he was fucking one of the other BD's girl, and them niggas didn't like each other. He shot at them like 2 weeks ago at this party, and then they came and shot him up at his cousin's baby shower, and that's how they killed him. Oh, so the nigga was out there in them streets then, pretty much. That be the real story. But we all on TV got our some poorly dressed pastor talking about, yes, we gonna pray for all of these youngins out here. And actually, what we're gonna do, we gonna come out here on early Saturday morning and we gonna preach to these young kids and pray for these young kids on the streets. I want everybody from Tabernacle, Missionary, Baptist, Apostolic, non-denominational, Christian, Libertarian, Catholic, Agnostic Church to show up here tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. and we gonna pray. Oh. So y'all gonna pray for all the little young niggas, all these young terrorists out here in the streets while they sleep. Y'all gonna be out here in the streets praying for them. Right. Right. That's what y'all gonna do. What sense does that make? That's bullshit. Y'all niggas want to go out here, and I'm talking to all these preachers that be talking about, we got to take to the streets and go, we got to go out here and we going to minister to these kids. Go out there when they out there. Them niggas ain't out there at 10 o'clock in the morning. They sleep because they didn't get in till 4. Take your ass out there at 10 o'clock at night when it's just getting cracking, when the bewitching hour has just begun for niggas. Go out there then. If you go out there and you see a bunch of white t-shirts that's oversized and some niggas in some saggy tight pants jeans, some sagging tight pants jeans on with their asses out, them the niggas you need to be going to pray for. with the motherfucking with the Mac 11 and the Tech 9 and the Glock with the 33 round mag tucked in the front where you can see it. Them the niggas you want to go pray for. Them the motherfuckers you need to be out in the streets for. Cause those are the niggas that's doing the shit. I don't know how I got here, but I'm just saying I'm here. I'm gonna say it while I'm here. That's who y'all need to be going after. That's who y'all need to be trying to reach. Because ain't nobody up but the grandmamas of them niggas at 10 o'clock in the morning. Them the only people that's up in them neighborhoods. Take your ass in the Inglewood or the Wild Hunters at 10 o'clock in the morning. Ain't none of them young niggas out there in them streets on a Saturday. Why? Because they've been out causing mayhem on Friday. And if you see any of them pulling up on Saturday, that mean they coming from the hospital or they coming from they jump off crib that morning. They just not getting in. Other than that, them niggas are asleep. They hibernating. They like vampires. They only come out when the sun go down. You might have a few day walkers here and there that'll do some fuck shit in broad daylight, but most of them are vampires. You got a few of them niggas that's day walkers though, but most of them are vampires. Just saying. It is what it is. But look, when we talking about this word, and I'm gonna wrap this up, we talking about this word nigga. We talking about using the word nigga. If y'all want to get rid of it, then we got to be the first ones to stop using it. And I can tell y'all this right now. I won't start until y'all start. I'm just saying. That's just me being truthful. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all start first and then I'll follow suit. But until I start hearing it being bleeped out or not being used, not bleeped, is not being used in rap, then I'll stop. Till then, I'm on it. I like it. It's a classification. It keeps me, I'm allergic to niggas, and I know why. I know how to detect nigga shit. I know the difference between black people and niggas. I consider myself a black American, and I consider them other niggas over there do that fuck shit, them niggas. That's what I use it for. It's a classification. Nigga this, nigga that, nigga. Can you lend a nigga a pencil? I know what that means. I know what it does. That's how I use it. It is what it is. So I just want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the show. I hope that this starts the conversation at least to actually start defining this and seeing what is what and how we should deal with this. Either we give it a pass or we just all stop using it altogether. Me personally, it don't offend me like that, like it used to or like it would have, because I see the hypocrisy in us as a people trying to control who uses and who doesn't use this word. It's bullshit, people. It really is. It is hypocrisy at its finest, and it's definitely a form of racism, because people that are not allowed to use this word, they're clearly not being allowed to use it based on the sole color of their skin. That is racism in its rawest definition, in its purest form. That is racism. Just like you talk about banks redlining black folks from getting houses back in the 50s and the 60s just because they was black, that's clear racism. It's a system in place discriminating against someone based solely on the color of their skin. That's what using the word nigga is. So either we all ain't gonna use it or we all gonna use it. That's how it's worked with other cultures. That's how it's worked with other races. That's how you change the usage of that word. If you don't want nobody to say it, then can't nobody say it. And we got to be the first one setting the example. All right. Shout out to Foxy43. Appreciate your donation. Hit your boy off with $5 for a great show always. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Good donation. Then came back with $1. Hit your boy off with the $6 challenge. That's what's up. I like it. For keeping it real, my man Davis N89. Hit your boy off with $20. What? That's what's up. Thank you, sir, for keeping it real. I try, man. I really do. I really do. SES, I think that's 4 keep hitting hypocrites with that common damn sense. Yes, sir. Hit your boy off with $5. That's what's up. Boy, y'all done made it rain. Make it rain on a nigga tonight. That's what's up. I appreciate that. Also, shout out to my man Code Listen. Hit your boy off with $5 as well. Hey man. And as always, my man Brass Man Taker. Hit your boy off with $2. That was the other day from the stream. Just want to make sure I say a thank you for that one. That's the Cash App side of the game. Now let's hit this PayPal. And we gonna get on up out of here. There you go. Come on now, PayPal. Sometimes that PayPal be taking forever to load. You be like, damn, are you gonna load, motherfucker? Shit. This PayPal must be got that nigga spirit to it. There we go. Here we go. All right. Yeah, I ain't shit. I know. Let's see here. See who this one is. Oh, Diana P. Hit your boy off with $10. That's what's up. Thank you so much. My man Jimmy D. Hit your boy off with $2. Jimmy D. You know you ain't shit. You know it. You know it. Oh, wow. Saneta hit your boy up with $10. She says, there we go. Yes. Thank you so much. Let's move on. Okay, next up we have my man Derek Meyer. Hit your boy off with $10. Thank you so much, bro. That's what's up. Let's see here. We got all right. Man, hit me up with $15. That's what's up. This is hi Brian. This is Cash McKinney in the comments. Just wanted to thank you for your funny commentary and definitely your great talking points. Keep up the good work, brother. Appreciate you. Need more like you. Hey man, look, I tell y'all like this. I tried to do what's on my heart. I tried to make it to where, hey, it's entertaining and it's fun and you're learning something and all that good stuff. But when y'all absolutely just support me like this, I appreciate it, man. It makes me want to go harder. All right, my man, DJ Just J, Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. My brother, thank you, man. Hit your boy off with $2. Oh, damn, then he came right back. Yeah, my man hit me with $2 twice. Did you mean to do that, man? I appreciate you, brother. If you did. If you didn't, I still appreciate you. I got nothing but love for you, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, Quintina. Oh, I didn't know if you want me to say your name, Quintina. That's why I didn't. But thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate it. Hey, look, man. It's all love. I appreciate you guys and what y'all do. And the fact that you guys are just, y'all consider me enough to donate, man, and honor me that way. I really appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to everybody that came through tonight. I want to give a shout out to everybody that has supported the channel. Shout out to all of my people that came over to the United Guns of America channel. If you haven't gone over there, please do so. I'm steady trying to build that channel up too. And everybody else that has just, man, been just a supporter of me from day one, or if this is your first day watching, thank you so much for your time and your energy. You could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you chose to be here with me, and I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to Princess X. Shout out to Cash McKinney. Shout out to Nicola Chick. Thank you so much. And everybody else, man. I do want to stop for 1 minute though, because the show is pretty much over. But I do have to say a word or two here. And also, last but not least, let me do this. Shout out to my brother Tommy Sotomayor. I love you, brother. Thank you so much, man, for allowing me to be a part of Soto Nation. Thank you so much for what you have done. Thank you for inspiring me to do what it is that I do. And thank you for setting the example and being the standard, the blueprint, the father of all of this shit. I love the fact that, hey, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, I am Soto raised, Soto born, and I appreciate it, man. Brother, you have no idea the inspiration that you give me and everybody else, man. Shout out to Soto Nation. Stand up, Soto Nation. I am proud of you, and it's an honor to know you, brother. I love you very much. Thank you. And but last but not least, you all don't know this, but I have to say it because it's me. It's part of who I am. One of my childhood friends, one of my brothers, or two of my brothers actually, because they brothers and sister that I grew up with, they lost their father, and he passed away yesterday. And I would be remiss if I did not say and pay homage to Mr. Mac Loving Jr. As a young man growing up, your son Jay and George and daughter April and your wife Pat, they became family. We grew up on the same block, and I spent the greater part of my childhood with them in their house, eating their food, hanging out with them. We literally grew up together in the streets, good, bad, and the ugly parts. And you came and was a surrogate father. You looked out for us, and you did things your way. And there was a lot that I learned from you as a young man. There was a lot I learned from you being in the streets. There's a lot that I just learned from you just by watching you. And I appreciate the time that you took to love on us the best way that you could. It was a wonderful experience to know you. We had a lot of good times, a lot of great times, and a lot of fond memories. And it's not too often where men take on the responsibility of being, surrogate fathers to young men and out here in the neighborhoods and in our communities and stuff like that. And you did that in your own way. And I just want to say, I hope that you are resting well. I love you very much. And I thank you for what you show me as what to do and what not to do as becoming a man. You definitely gave me a lot of wisdom. You gave me a lot of knowledge, and I love you for that. And I just want to say to my brothers and my sister, I'm praying for y'all. I know that this is something that's very difficult, and it came out of nowhere. And all I can say to you guys, hey, I know what it's like to lose a dad. I lost my dad, but you have to remember that, hey, good, bad, and the ugly, your father was your father. He did his best, or at least you hope he did. And there are mistakes along the way, but there were a lot of good times along the way too. And just hold on to the good times. Think about the good times, talk about the good times, and take the bad times as things to learn what not to do. I love y'all. My heart is with y'all. Yes, I'm in Texas and y'all in Chicago, but I'm with y'all and I love you guys. My love is coming your way. I pray that the angels of mercy and comfort surround you guys. And just know that if you need me, you need to talk to me, I'm a phone call away. So shout out to you, Mr. Lovin. Rest well. I love you, man. And to everybody else that came in tonight, thank you guys. And I love y'all. Peace. And I'm out, man.